up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, deep, salty. All this designer on my body got me drip, drip. Hey, straight up out the objects, I'm a big. If I got up, I'ma sip. I run the racks up with my queen, like London and Nip. But I got rich on all these, I didn't forget back. I had to go through the struggle, I didn't forget that. I hopped inside of the Maybach and now I can sit back. Deep, know me now, cause I got them big racks. Cause I'm getting money now, I know you heard that. Young, on the corner, I had to serve. Uncle fronted me some, had to get him back.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game...
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there. So here's the first drive now for the 49. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They're sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Throwing here, Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Purdy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. He'll take it inside the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once...
No, bottled up. Fumble! It's out, it's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Purdy from the gun. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward, incomplete pass. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It can change momentum in a big way. I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And looking to throw, Penix. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. Ray McCloud, 77 yards. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll try and throw with Penix. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Back to throw, Purdy. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They begin the drive with Robinson. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. 2nd down and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Robinson up the middle. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. To the air, Penix. That's into the hands of Dwelly. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Purdy. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now 2nd and 9. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons' offense at the line.
Last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but the defense held strong, and they hold on to this slim lead.
And how about as the defense ran off the field, how about the greeting they got from their teammates on the sideline? They kept that narrow lead by their nice play. Now, let's pay it off for them, right? Punch it in on this drive, take that lead back up to 2 possessions. That would be a nice little thank you gift to them.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. Off play action, here's Penix. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And just shutting him off there. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
This goes to the tight end, Aaron Saubert. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Purdy bootlegging it. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
That's brought in downfield by London. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now Penix. And his throw here is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's Penix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Penix to the air once more. Being chased out left. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts. as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at two-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you get to dial up more two-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought the first...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show it. This is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now they'll change things up. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Looking to throw, Penix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get about 3 here, up to the 44-yard line.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
On the bootleg, it's Penix. He's got his target. That's complete.
He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing a 4th down play to result in 23 yards. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Penix working out of the gun here.
And his throw is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And that is incomplete. Well, there defensively for that pass breakup, Dre Greenlaw.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now Purdy.
That's caught inside the 20. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. Back now in Atlanta. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Grady Jarrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Over the middle, caught by London.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
They'll throw with Penix. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. And it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Certainly not the highest of scoring.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out. Yeah. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out. VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city
city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it for shouty, he not me. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back gate yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah, what other southern rapper hooded than this?
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is,
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
the punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go here in Atlanta. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff.
Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
It's second down and 10.
Now Penix to throw on second down. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Chiefs offense ready to possess the football for the second time, and they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start first and 10.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On the ground, here's Samaje Perine. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Chiefs first down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So, a couple of first downs will give them first and 10. They're at the 41. Here's Mahomes. Here's a screen set up for Perine. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They get 21 on that one. First down, KC.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. So a turnover.
With no score.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's taken in by the running back, Piron. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. Mahomes escaping the danger, throwing and completing. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes. That is caught by the tight end. Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Ray McCloud on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll be searching for a way to get on that scoreboard for the first time. Now down 8-0 as they'll start this drive 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to beat him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Penix. He's going to keep it himself. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Atlanta.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Mooney in motion. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. It's Penix. Here's a screen taken in by Algier.
That's a great example of just the range that this linebacker has to be able to not only react quick enough to realize that running back was a threat to the flat, but to be able to have the speed to get there and bring him down for no.
And he's into the end zone. Drake London. Touchdown, Falcons. And although it's just the 2nd quarter of this one, they'll chase the points now to try to get things tied up. To throw is Penix. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. So all even at 8 as this kick is sent airborne. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Gray is the motion man here. On first down, it's Mahomes. Open man downfield, it's Rice. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First down throw, Mahomes. He connects with Gray on that one.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On second down, Mahomes. A short throw taken in by Kelce. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. To throw is Mahomes. He's got his big tight end, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, KC. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Here's the Chiefs and Mahomes lining up to add on 2 more. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Falcons offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with first and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. From the gun, here is Penix. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
The Chiefs offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. First and 10. To throw is Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Throwing now, Mahomes. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's third and 10. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Kaden Elliss.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
They'll throw on first down with Penix. He'll get rid of it and complete it. down inside the 40-yard line. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Penix. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Drew Tranquill.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Ellis.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next 2 drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Now the lefty Penix on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that will lead to a 2nd down. They'll throw. It's Penix. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
On 2nd down, Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. Won't be by much. He needed 3. He got 3. The mark says 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the option. Here's Robinson. And he will get into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Hardman now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Chiefs offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now it's P-Run. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing from the gun. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Look, I think any time, Mike, you find yourself all tied up in the second half of a ball game, it's all hands on deck. Both teams are trying to find a way. How can I separate? How can we give our side a clear advantage? That pick right there, killing that first series of this second half, that seems like one of those separators to me. Now, this offense, as they take the field, they have to capitalize and come away with points.
So, 3 quarters now. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll run with Robinson. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. They'll go again with Robinson. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big game.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up for 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. That's caught left side by Pitts. And he will score. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Falcons. And now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for 2, and it does not pan out.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
Here's first down. Here's Pacheco. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down. He has this one past the 35 to about the 37. A run with Pacheco. And not a whole lot going to come from that one. To about the 39. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. Whoa. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Another run here for Robinson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
A corner who is not only a good tackler, Mike, but a willing tackler can be a huge asset to any defense. So often they get a bad rap. They're considered just pass defenders. They want to run around. But for a guy to be able to come up and force the run and keep this to no gain, man, that makes a big difference on any defense.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. Fourth down, and here's Penix. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with first and goal.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Second down, goal to go. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be a touchdown. A game-tying TD here in the final minute.
Well, there's still some time remaining, but what a sequence of events here, Mike. I mean, late in the game, they get the touchdown that they needed to tie it, and now they can take the lead with the extra point.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the two-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Falcons offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10. Here's Penix. He'll get this to McLeod. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Penix. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
Automatic first down.
Here is 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. He pulls it in around the 5. And this is a touchdown! They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Throwing is Penix. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And taking a shot downfield for Kelsey.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage.
Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. So it's a win here for the Falcons. They put it all together against a very difficult opponent. There are not too many people who are giving them much of a shot coming in. They rode the end.
Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself again. Welcome back, Marlena. Yeah. One for the money and one for the homies. I move with respect, I don't need nothing on me. The Father made way for me, bitch, just like Bronny. I got my little belly, my blessings, they on me. They rain and they rain, yeah, you see how I'm coming. Come on. It sound like we drumming. I reach on my goals like my nephew be dope. Back on the rims, riding on rims. Came in all black to that, I came back to my, to that ripping no Cadillac. Feel like a Cadillac, nothing but class. It's never been average, never been on. Averix on me, I'm tougher than homie Javante. The fight is my mantra, I want it, I will. Get you a wheel, they carry it. We fighting a lead, my is all.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Atlanta Falcons. Coming up next.
First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there's a time to be aggressive, now was it. Because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one. And look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw with Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
And that will be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. On the bootleg, it's Penix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Second and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll get this out to him. Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 8 yards there on a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Looking to throw, Penix.
That's into the hands of Dwelly. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And looking to throw, Penix.
That's complete to Dwelly, his tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Here's Penix. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field, and a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
There on the stop was Leo Chanel. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. To the air, Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and 3rd and 1 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game.
That's caught left side, the tight end Pitts.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
They'll run with Robinson.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
It's complete. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the two-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Man open is Robinson. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Penix. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. And while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts, as the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. They'll try and throw with Penix.
And this is caught. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right.
That's laid out deep for Rice. Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So thanks to the late touchdown, well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll look to throw here.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
That's complete to Mooney.
And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Atlanta. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
They'll throw with Penix.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Back to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
On the bootleg, it's Penix.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. KhaDarel Hodge, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the fourth quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, we'll see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as he'll get this up to the 43.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
No hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Up the middle, here's Pirine.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Here's 1st and goal.
Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you've got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Mahomes will throw.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here now, a 2-point conversion will tie the game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Mahomes.
And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be. He's got it at the 15. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Now 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Looking to throw, Penix.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Penix to the air once more. Got London on a slant.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
They'll try and throw. Here's Penix.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
They are going for it. Penix. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.